Okay, welcome everybody to our end of the year Solstice Practice webinar celebration. This is our official end of the year get together to celebrate. I'm Dr. Miles Reed, and together with Erin Alexander, who will join us in a few moments, we are here together with a huge team of helpers, teachers, practitioners, members of our community over 22 countries. And this is a moment that we want to just give you like an inspiration for this next week through our end of the year. And we'll divide it in two parts. First, we're going to celebrate looking back at the year 2017. The jest is wrapping up. And the second half, we're going to take a look at what's to come and set an intention, position ourselves in an optimistic and favorable place in our consciousness so that the best possibilities come forward for us next year. And our teacher, Carlos Castaneda, he would have loved to see this moment. And we are entering into the 20th year of his passing. And we want to honor him, especially in this moment. The legacy that he has left, he would have been incredibly amazed to see that nowadays there's over 100 being energy teachers all over the world carrying the spirit, because he was all about making this knowledge available to anybody in the world that was interested. I want to read you a little quote that because this is when he wrote one of his last books, Magical Passes, which was a celebration of the practitioner. He was amazed at what happened with many people around the world joined with a common purpose, regardless of culture and context. And he says, he dedicated this, he said, to every one of the practitioners who, by rallying their forces, put me in touch with energetic formulations that were never available to Don Juan Matus or to the shamans of his lineage. And this is what we are in this moment. We want to bring forward, in spite of how the world is, an optimistic, an energetic, alive place. And so I'm going to put a PowerPoint for a moment, because we do that often as a way to illustrate some of the topics. And the solstice, we are honoring this moment of intensity. The longest day of the year, Northern Hemisphere, the shortest in the Southern Hemisphere, a moment of poignancy. And what we want to share with you is this. We are going through life, and we are on the journey. We can either become aware of it, or it can pass by us without us being full participants. We invite you today, and as a mood for the next week, to become full participants, no matter what were your experiences this past year, the good and the bad. We do know that we grew in awareness through them. And our pursuit of growing our awareness feeds our spirits, our natural desires as conscious beings. So we want to invite you to have an awareness of what happened this past year, and a deliberate awareness of what you want to intend for next. So let's all stand up and let's practice a few minutes of some movements to get us in the mood for this. So I'm dressed with a shirt and pants, so anybody, and it doesn't matter how you're dressed, you can do today the movements. So first of all, we're going to stand feet together, and we open our practice. Inhale and exhale. And feet planted in the floor. So first part is we are going to turn on, activate. And a great way of that is to twist the trunk. So we plant our legs firm and we let the arms swing. And the back hand is pressing against the back of the body. And The front arm lightly slaps the side of the arm. And the knees face the front, very firm legs, very strong legs, and then let your trunk freely twist and turn. Excellent. Now we are a little more turned on, and our energy is awoken in our centers of vitality in our trunk. Let's gather ourselves. We want to be really present at this end of the year. So left hand swings the horizon and then pulls back tight. Swing freely and pull back the wrist, tighten all the abs, the legs, and then release it in the back. Inhale, exhale. In and out, and flick the wrist, let go at the end. Gather yourself. And free turn. So we go 1, 2. Now step to the right. 3, 4. Back. 1, 2. Other side. 3, 4. Front. 1, 2. Twist. 3, 4. 1. Front. 2, 3. Other side. Just breathe and turn. 2 times in each orientation. One more turn. Front, right. Front, left. And pause. The other side. First to the front, full twist. We gather ourselves. Now turn to the left. Front. Right. The swing is always the same. We're just doing 2 repetitions in each orientation. And it doesn't matter the technique. Just get the feeling of spreading around and gathering around you. And to the front. Now we have it. Now let's nourish ourselves, connect to the sun. So we bring the arms up and the hands, look, I will show you so you can see in the camera, my hands are in a kind of triangular shape, flat palms. And I make the triangle up here and I'm looking up. And then come down and bring the same shape in the solar plexus. Inhale, exhale. In, out. In, out. Inhale and stay up for a moment. And don't bend too much your neck back. Relax your neck. And just the eyes look up. And we are seeing the feeling of the sun up there. Inhale the sun in. And look down, look forward. Bring the hands to the solar plexus and exhale the sun in the solar plexus. Inhale up. Exhale down. We're connecting to the sun. The sun, imagine the sun in this moment is sending flares of electromagnetic waves that we can actually tune in and receive as a jolt of uplifting energy. And the solar plexus, that's why it's called the solar plexus, is the part of our body where we take in the sun. There's a configuration of fibers in the nervous system like a sun. So we connect to the big sun and we bring it into our body into our own body sun. And from here, we come in to our recapitulation and dreaming. Please sit down, everybody. Have a notebook with you, I recommend. And Erin is joining us. Excellent. And we're basically going to have, let's put a slide of the first slide. Thank you. We're basically going to do it this way. We are giving you a frame of how to organize for the next week in your own. Today is put you in the track, the mood. 3 areas to explore: the area of the mind and the emotions, the area of the body, the physicality, and the area of the energy, spirit, the abstract. And in each of those 3 areas, we look back to this year, and then we will look forward to next year. And in each one of the areas, one of our members, dear members of the community, is going to share with you a little snippet of their own experience with this. And here we are with the sun. A warrior must cultivate the feeling that he has everything needed for the extravagant journey that is his life. What counts for a warrior is being alive. Life in itself is sufficient, self-explanatory, and complete. And this is the mood in which we want to invite you to look back and forward in this juncture of the year. So let's go to the first area, the recapitulation of the mental and emotional level. And first, we'll have Guzman first, right? Yeah. So we're going to put Guzman in camera from our community. Guzman Baeza, who lives in Florida, United States. Here we are.
Hello, everybody. It's very nice being here in this group, sharing with you this knowledge that basically changed my life. This story starts back 20 years, but the little story I'm going to tell you today has a bit of a sad beginning. Started 3 years ago. I used to work for this lady, a lovely lady. She was a bit sick with cancer. She knew that my dream was to own my own home. She knew that, and I did a lot of work for her. She couldn't do, a lot of stuff. So I basically took care of her house, her dogs, her business, her doctor's appointments and everything. And she said, in exchange, Guzman, I'm going to leave this house for you, which was a $500,000 home. That would have, fulfill my dream. My dream is to have my own house, so I can, in the beginning, start renting out a room, then investing in a new room. I'm a handyman, so I will work on the house, fix it myself, probably sell it, probably buy an apartment, that's sort of a business. Couple of years later, I worked for her for 40 years. I did little work for myself and then go back to her and help her with whatever she needed, whatever, from my heart. We had a business, but I did it, with love. At the end of that little journey, she said, you know what, Guzman, I think I'm going to sell my house. And I go, you're going to sell it? What about your promise? She goes, I don't think so. So she basically sold their house a little less than what it was really worth. So she sold it in a month.